Okay, so we could see this here, that this demands a lot of attention, but I will definitely do a couple things on I might put the vineyard inside, both sides. That will be a nice finish, and then we could stain it, or we could put something to bring a wood finish, because this will have a wood finish, and we're gonna bring this in the front of those. These are all wood, these two. These are all wood. It's a nice wood in here. So we're gonna, this is wood too. So we're gonna make sure that we're gonna put the rice, to make it open easy and so on and so forth. And we'll make it look real good. And then see the foot there on the bottom? They're really nice. It's like nice curve too. So at the end of the day, we want to present to you a very nice project. Now the idea behind this, and this is the important part, in this project, we're doing this project to start the idea that from something like this, to bring it to a place where it's beauty. Behind these kind of stuff, there's beauty. There's a lot of shows out there that shows the transformation of a person with long hair, all bushy and all that, and then they make them look like, amazing. And it's the exterior they make them look like this. Well, we want to bring people who are broken, completely broken, like this furniture, and we want to bring them to a place of beauty, a place where peace and harmony comes together, a place of spiritual marvel, if you would say, utilizing spirituality to help people and to change them. So, in order to do this, and this is where we start the process of recovery. Now we're just looking at a person who is not yet capable of functioning. This dresser has no real value at the way it is right now. It's wood maybe, but it's so damaged and so. Now, I don't want to say that the homeless have no value. Please do not read this that way, because it's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this piece of furniture has no big value. We want to offer the homeless and the people who are addicted a way out, which beauty will start to come. Because we're missing the mark with the homelessness and the drug addiction and recovery. We're missing the mark because we're not doing things where we start talking about the real problem, the self, and we could talk the ego, we could call it whatever, the self, but we're not talking about the inner person here. And we're not looking at helping that part. And we keep saying the same thing, but they don't want it, and so on and so forth. Well, yeah, I kind of would like to tell you that it's not a question of wanting it completely. It has to do with it, but it's not complete. They want it, but they don't have hope. They want it, but we can't motivate them to come to that place. So now it's important that we do so. Okay, so as this project will be, we're going to talk about this first part, the place where we want to encourage them to get to a place. But let's get started on this project. The first thing I'm going to do with this project is I'm going to sand it all out. So we sand the wood. The other thing we're going to do after we sand the wood, if I go with the plan that I'm having right now, is I'm going to put a vineyard on both of those sides, as I showed here. I'll put a vineyard here, all right? And then we'll stain this, or maybe I'll whitewash this and then paint the two of those. I'm sure I'll be finishing cut as I go to to the process, we'll get there. Okay? So, hang tough. We're going to get through this, and we're going to talk about the first phase towards recovery, where there's actually pre-recovery. Where do we get to from the homelessness to a willingness to maybe go to recovery? That's what I've called the reduction method. So we do a little bit, we reduce the fear, we reduce things, and then which lead to the progressive way of recovery, which is a little bit at a time. But hold on to that thought, because we're going to go through this process with this piece to bring the idea first that from nothing, from a non-willing person even at times, and somebody that does not seem to want to, we could help these people to become a treasure of God. So, hang tough. I will explain the process of recovery of this idea. Actually, it's more the pre-recovery, and how do we get there? How do we bring people to that place of, yes, I want to go to recovery. Okay? That's the first phase. Okay. As I go through it, we're going to talk more about this. The pre-recovery method. This is the first video about the recovery. I did the presentation of the first video, but now we have a project. This is project number 2, which will actually become project number 1 in terms of learning and understanding recovery, but also understanding how to bring these kind of pieces of furniture into life. All right, stand by. We're going to talk later.